Daisy the Bulldog from Middlesbrough, England was up to 62 pounds when her owner Gillian Torrell decided it was time for Daisy to get back her girlish figure. Torrell noted Daisy had been struggling to get up the stairs with her old vigor and the car harness could not longer fit around her ample figure. When the Middlesbrough Pet Fit Club Challenge came about, it was the perfect opportunity for Torrell to get Daisy back into shape under vet supervision. Torrell made previous attempts to motivate Daisy into diet and exercise, but Daisy's bulldog craftiness prevented any progress, going so far as to jump into strangers' cars in an effort to get a ride home from the park. Through the Pet Fit Club, Daisy managed to lose 17.5 pounds and gain back her waistline along with. At his heaviest, Kale the Beagle had reached an unbelievable 85 pounds. Since his breed is expected to be in the 28-pound range, Kale qualified as well the Obies. Knowing Kale's situation needed immediate attention, the Chicago, Illinois shelter workers contacted One Tail at a Time Dog Rescue. The volunteers at the rescue took on the challenge and optimistically gave him the Kale name to mark the start of his weight loss journey. In order to transport Kale to the rescue without damaging his joints, the volunteers used a wagon to get him from shelter to rescue. Teaming up with Honest Kitchen for a healthy diet and getting Kale exercising with an underwater treadmill, One Tail at a Time got Kale on his way to better, healthier life. As of January 2017, Kale had lost 23 pounds, with roughly 30 more pounds to go. Kale has inspired the Team Kale Challenge, motivating people to get into a more active lifestyle. In addition, Kale is ready for adoption. See his You never know from seeing Fifi's before picture that she used to be a kitten starving on the streets. Before entering her weight loss program, she was quite a formidable looking woman with a sneaky snack streak. Stealing bird food, conning neighbors into free meals, and gorging herself on her owner's food were just some of the ways Fifi managed to pack on weight to reach 21 pounds. Even though Fifi was agile enough when it came to food, her owners knew they needed to help her before it was too late. They joined the UK Pet Fit Club and after restricting her eating habits with a veterinarian's help, Fifi was able to lose 22% of her body weight. She is now much more active and playful, though her owner. You never know that English Bull Terriers are capable of the bully dance when looking at Rocco back in 2009. His posture and ample belly were enough to bum you out and were proof positive what being overweight feels like for both pets and humans. After attending the prestigious Royal Canin Weight Management Clinic in Liverpool, England with his owners, Rocco has lost a significant amount of weight and now stands tall and his. Before Obie was the 2017 Pet Slimming Champion of the Year, she was a lone Jack Russell stray on the streets of England without a home. When she initially arrived at the shelter, she was underweight with little other backstory. Her new owners adopted her and her worry about where her next meal was coming from was well in the past. Understandably, Ruby's new family found her hard to resist and made sure she was well fed to a fault. Before they knew it, Ruby was having difficulty getting around and could no longer jump up onto the sofa unassisted. The weight gain happened slowly and before they knew it, Ruby had reached just over 20 pounds. On her small Jack Russell frame, the extra weight was quite stunning. It was at this time that Ruby joined the Pet Fit Club Challenge. Over the course of 6 months, Ruby successfully lost 1/3 of her body weight through simple diet and exercise. Her owner noted, now she's like a puppy again and loves to run. A straight Texas tabby cat managed to beef up on the streets of Dallas without an owner. Surviving on the streets, Skinny had made it up to 42 pounds before a Dallas shelter scooped him up. Initially Skinny lost 7 pounds through a special diet to increase his metabolism and he was ready for a family. While he was up for adoption, the vet treating Skinny realized she had become attached to Skinny and made their connection official. She adopted Skinny and continued to treat him for his weight, bringing him down to an amazing 22 pounds, nearly to his goal weight. Because Skinny's love of food lives on, his new owner, Barton, keeps up his diet and exercise regimen. Skinny is now 22-pound city kitty living in Dallas with a whole family to keep track of. Skinny now tends to Barton, her husband, 3 children, dog, and additional cat now and former Turkish fat cat Stonehead had reached his literal tipping point. His owner realized Stonehead was in serious need of professional medical attention and brought him to a veterinarian for treatment. Put on a strict protein-based diet and trimming down to 1 meal per day, Stonehead began to shed the pounds. No longer living off high-fat foods and eating 3 times a day, Stonehead is down 11 pounds in 4 months, with about 6 pounds left until he reaches his ideal weight. Although his name, Stonehead, refers to a Turkish expression for a dumb person, he is well on. There is something particularly alarming about seeing an obese dachshund, and Dennis the Dachshund is no exception. Since the ideal weight for a miniature dachshund is in the 7 to 12 pound range, Dennis' 56 pound body weight was quite shocking. When Dennis' new owner Brooke Burton first saw Dennis at his incredible weight, she wasn't even sure what breed of dog he was. Weight had completely obscured any recognizable traits. Burton took ownership of Dennis at that time, determined to get him healthy and off his previous diet of White Castle burgers and pizza that had led to his debilitating condition. Previous to his diet, Dennis was having trouble walking and even breathing. Dachshund's short legs make any weight gain particularly brittle on their tiny joints, making his obesity life-threatening. Burton quickly put Dennis on a dry food diet devoid of fast food and made sure he had a steady exercise routine. After that, Dennis started dropping the pounds, breathing easier, and the standard dachshund sassiness began to appear. Due to the weight loss, Dennis began to trip over his own skin folds and was experiencing infections as a result of the dragging skin. 3 surgeries and 2 years later. Not to be outdone, Obie is also a dachshund with an incredible weight loss story. A standard dachshund weighing 77 pounds at his heaviest, this big man could barely walk. His extremely large belly and chest would drag on the ground when he waddled, leading to infections on his skin among his already existing walking and breathing issues. Obie also lived off a fast food human diet and quickly packed on the pounds. His owners relinquished him for a better, healthier life, and Obie headed to Oregon for his fresh start. After starting a high-protein dog food diet, Obie began to slowly lose weight. Due to his extremely large size, Obie had to lose weight strictly from diet before safely beginning an exercise regimen. Months went by and Obie faithfully shed the weight. 40 pounds later, Obie was ready for his skin reduction surgery and nearly at his goal weight. At his last weigh-in, Obie was down to an impressive 29 pounds, which is the sweet spot for standard dog. Turns out that it's not just cats and dogs that have weight issues. Poppy the rabbit from the United Kingdom had ballooned up to over 7 pounds. While this may not seem like a hefty weight even for a rabbit, Poppy was still 1/3 heavier than she should be for her breed. Like any pet, Poppy was susceptible to overtreating, with the main culprit being her love of popcorn. Her owner, Donna Manson, said that she especially liked to provide extra treats during cold winter months. Now that Poppy has committed to healthy rabbit